Hey guys, welcome back to Arry The Stag. TR Tony here, just checking in, kind of late week. Hope you're all okay wherever you are. New lockdown here in England means we're a little bit grounded, to say the least, which is a bit of a drag, but nevertheless, it's all good fun in Arry The Stag land. So glad you could join us and hope you're keeping safe wherever you are. This weekend, I've got some good news actually. We bought UES 591S, some of you will know, from the Anglia Car Auctions back in January this year, before the lockdown all started, and you've seen the story of that car throughout this year with yet more work to do, and we'll be getting back onto that soon enough with this weekend with the rest of the cooling system and the heater box and also the thermostat, which I've got to do. But also you may noticed the Anglia Car Auctions hold quite regular classic car auctions, and there's one coming up this weekend, which is the 7th and 8th of November. So very exciting. I think there's over 100 cars per day going through. I'll talk you through it in just a second. But I thought I'd just do a quick check-in in case you wanted to bid online or make an offer or whatever, that you have this video beforehand rather than after. So let's just have a look on the website and show you what's coming up. And I've particularly kept it focused on Triumphs, because obviously Arry The Stag is very much a Triumph Stag channel, but also Triumphs as well we're quite keen on, as you know. So let's go and have a look. Okay, so here we are. We have arrived at the Anglia Car Auctions homepage, and you can see there's a variety of auctions that they do, anything from modern cars to obviously the one that we're interested in, which is the classic auction coming up on the weekend, 7th and 8th of November. Very nice Jaguar E-Type there, just flown by, I noticed, which is all good. And a lot of it is now online, so you physically can't go there anymore to view cars apart from appointment. Obviously, you can make appointments to go see specific cars ahead of the auction. And I think actually, you know, a load of auction companies are going this way, and it makes a lot of sense, in fact, to do it that way. I think you actually get a lot more kind of views of the cars online now with all the various videos and various other things there. So great to see so much going on. I believe there's over 100 cars per day on the 7th and the 8th. If we just click onto the actual kind of classic car auction element of the website. So it's a 2-day auction. I think it's going to be televised via YouTube, so you'll be able to see it if you check in on their website then, starting at 11 o'clock on both days. And as I said, it's over 100 cars per day, with about 40 to 45 cars going through each hour. You've already seen the E-Type. There's loads of other cars there that I'm sure will be highly desirable for various people during the time there. And obviously you can walk through this website. I'll put the link in the description for you to check that out as you like. Obviously we're interested in Triumph here, and particularly the Triumph Stags, but I'll just do a search on there. And we have a number of Triumphs featured, anything from 1974 Triumph TR6 there to a Triumph Mayflower. I've not seen too many of those lately, Triumph Mayflowers on the road or about. No doubt I will now, I've mentioned it, but there's a 1953 one, just post-war pretty much, looking pretty complete and actually quite tidy, and I'm sure we'll come up well with some more TLC. Convertible Triumph Herald there, guide price of between 3.7 and 5.7, which looks pretty good. My original car, my very first car, was the non-V shaped bonnet version. I had a Triumph 1200, so it's good to see those still doing well. And okay, various other kind of Triumphs there. TR4 IRS with a guide of 12 to 14, you can see here. 1965, which looks really cool. And here we have our first Stag. It's a Triumph 1973 3 litre. Looks like a Mark II, especially with the wheels there. 3 to 4 grand, which is a very good price, as you can see. And bodywork wise looks pretty up together. Part of a collection, apparently, dry stored since 2009. One or two areas I'm sure that will need a little bit of attention for a car of this age, but interior looks really good, and the dashboard in particular with all the wood looks stonking actually, doesn't it? It looks very, very nice. A few cobwebs, but that's to be expected, I suppose. I guess the engine bay looks like it needs a new radiator and one or two things there. I don't know what issues there may or may not be with the engine, but for 3 or 4 grand as a guide price, that looks pretty good, really, doesn't it? So it'll be interesting to see what this one goes for in due course on the day when it gets get some interest at the weekend. So that's all good. So the car looks really good with just 78,000 recorded miles and the V5. That's a pretty impressive mileage for that age of car. And yeah, not bad at all. Let's hit the main back button and just see what we can see here. And various other Triumphs, as I've mentioned before. There's an original 1938 Triumph Dolomite Saloon. Look at that. Estimate 30 to 40,000. Right above a 1980 Triumph Dolomite 2-litre Sprint Auto. Again, 8.5 to 10.5. I love these cars. They're looking really good. Dolomite there, 75. Spitfire 1500. Looking really nice in British racing green. And various other Triumphs as well. Obviously, we're interested in all sorts of Triumphs, but Stags are particularly our penchant, as you know, on Arry The Stag. And here's another Stag coming up here, 1972 lot 51 Triumph Stag 3-litre manual overdrive, guide between 10.5 and 12.5. I have seen this in more detail, and I won't do it here, but there are videos that you can check here of the car. So if you want to have a look at this one ahead of time, then it's worth doing. But I think you can see this is a very tidy example. 1972 3-litre manual with overdrive. Again, new mohair hood, carpets, and various other facets. It's had a Weber carb conversion, and lots of MOTs going back right from 1977 through to last one in 2013, and yeah, 14,273 miles. So again, very low mileage, and a good looking car, and with a little bit of fettling, I'm sure will be very, very nice indeed. Lot 29 73 Triumph Stag automatic, 6 to 8,000. This is lot 29, as I mentioned. Dry stored since 1987, and again, looks a bit dusty. Mark 1 wheels there by the looks of it, even though it's a Mark 2 interior by the looks of it too. Mark 1, you'll remember, has the kind of silver dinner plate dish covers. Looking very tidy, and again, with a little bit of tidying up inside, will look even better, I'm sure, and a good, honest car there by the looks of it, with, as I mentioned, 64,738 miles. So there we go. There's there you go. There's a 1200. So this was my original car that I first learned to drive in. There's a video there again if you want to watch that. So just go online and check out their website and have a look. And if any of the cars there take your fancy, I'm sure you'll be up there wanting to bid. But anyway, there we are. So a good spread of Triumphs, including some motorbikes as well. That looks a really nice car, the 72 green 3-litre manual overdrive. That looks a good, honest one. 73 on an M-Reg, and the others there too all look good. So highly recommended. Having bought UES 591S from these guys back in January this year, we've been very pleased with the car then, and good guys, well worth a visit online if you can't get there physically now. But yeah, so I hope that helps give you a little bit of background, and let's go back to the studio now. All right, guys, so hope that was of interest to you. I love these classic car auctions. We had one down in Poole, the Southwest Vehicle Auctions, just last Friday, in fact, and that was really great to see them going through. And again, you can look online to see the live recorded feed of that auction, which goes on for about 4 or 5 hours, I think, but very, very good. And likewise, the Anglia car auction is quite a big affair. So I was very impressed when we went up to collect UES 591S, and just how great those guys are. So long may that continue. I hope that's given you a little bit of insight and happiness during what can be a bit of a tricky lockdown situation wherever you are. And there you go. All right, so we'll be back as promised at the weekend with some more on the cooling system for UES 591S, and 1 or 2 other things as well. But in the meantime, have a really great week, guys. Stay safe wherever you are, and we'll see you online on Arry The Stag very soon. Cheers for now. All the best. Bye.